Hello everyone. Today we will see how to create a table which has nested fields and repeated fields. So when I say nested, it's kind of a structure, and in BigQuery it is called as record fields, which means that sometimes the fields are composite fields which contains fields inside the fields. So for example, if I'm writing an address, it means that it can contain some building number, flat number, road, then the more details along with the pin code. So this all in total is called as address. So in this case we can say that address is a record field or struct field. So similarly we will create a table which will have record fields, and also it has a repeated fields. So repeated means it will have one to many mapping. So in this same example, a person can have two addresses. One will be present address, and next will be the permanent address. So the person can have two addresses. So this kind of one to many mapping is stored in denormalized form in BigQuery. It's not a normalized form, so we will see how it gets stored. So let's create a table which will have this record and repeated field. So for that, inside my dataset I will create a table. So we will take one different example which will be a library table which contains one to many mapping of a person who hold one book or two books or three books, and what are the details of the person who is holding the book in the library. So let's create a table inside the same project and datasets. We will call it as a library table. We will first store name of a person, then we will create a record type, book details, and it will be a repeated mode, and third field will be for example city. And now if it's a repeated field, it must have at least one child field, right? So what can be the child field for this repeated field or record field, which is book details? It can be book name, string, okay, then production, what will be the production house, then number of pages, we can have integer, then we can have what else we can have, pages, then price, again for example integer, and last is hold date. It can be a date when actually this person hold this book in the library. We'll create a simple table with no partitions, no clustering, no custom managed key. It will be Google managed encryption. Let's try to create this table. Yeah, so as we have created this table, so if you get this table and check the schema, so you will see first field is name, type is string, mode is nullable. Next is book details, record type and repeated mode, and city, string, nullable. So inside book details there are 5 different child fields: book name, production, pages, price and hold date. So this is how the schema looks like when we use record type, and each inner field or child field has different data types. And this mode repeated will come into picture when a person will belong to multiple books at a time. So that will be a array, or we can say repeated field. So suppose you want to insert data inside this table, okay? So while inserting the data, let's close everything else. Yeah, okay. So suppose I want to insert into this table, insert into this table. So okay, so what was the field names? Book details, okay. What was the third one? city. So you just need to mention the main field name. Okay, so you don't need to mention the all the fields in values before values. Now we will see how we can insert values. Okay, so first field was name, so suppose name is Krishna, and last was like city. Now we will try to insert the array, like repeated mode, right? So we have to mention array. Even though the field you are mapping only one book, you have to mention the array structure because it's a repeated mode. And inside this array we have to mention the struct. So what is struct? Struct is nothing but the record type. So inside this struct you have to mention all those fields which are nested fields of the book details. So you if you don't know, you just open it and see what all fields are required: book name, production, pages, price, and hold it, right? So you have to mention all of them. So you can enter now. Suppose The Alchemist as book name, production house can be XYZ as production. Then what was that? It was pages, price. Okay, so pages, for example, 100, price, for example, 50, and suppose it's current date when we actually hold this book. So if you see, it is actually giving you the green tick. That means this query is correct. It holds all the details, whatever details are required. And if I will insert it, I will first copy it because I will need this query again, and I will run it. Okay, one row is added. We'll try to query again. Select star from the same table. Okay, cool. So if you see, name Krishna, book name, production house, pages, and everything, right? So here you will have book details dot production, book details dot pages. That means it's a nested field. So now I will try to enter multiple fields or map multiple books to a person. So we will just take one more person, John. The Insider, PQR 200. Let's make it costly, and let's try to enter a date in some format. If it text 2020 and then month, suppose 3/23, and then I will close the bracket. No, it's not working. So what can be the reason, guys? It was a syntax of string, and this field is basically date, so we have to enclose it inside the function date. And now I will have multiple books for John, so I will have success mantra. Then we can have production name 1 and 1000, and it can be anything. Let's have one more book so that we can get the clear idea. Yes, we can. LMN 250, 700, let's make it 31. Okay, are there any errors? I don't think so. Okay, now I will just quickly change the body name. So Pete, and we will have Game of Thrones JKR 450 21, and we will have only 2 books. I'm just populating multiple examples so that you will get the idea. Winner, let's keep it one only. 21. Okay, USA, or inside USA, suppose IL or NY, anything. Pete. Okay, so let's quickly run this table. So basic select star operation. Okay, so if you see, due to the denormalized form, right, we usually don't see this blank spaces inside the normalized way of storing relations and data. So this means Krishna is mapped to 1 book, Pete is mapped to 2 books, Game of Thrones and Winner, John is mapped to 3 books. Okay, and this again last field is actually mapped to John, which belongs to all the books, because the person is reading a book from one city. It's a single field, but this is the nested field. Also, this is the repeated field. So this is how the nested fields which are repeated looks like. And suppose like currently you are doing select star, so it's basically fetching all the fields. But what if I just want to know what are the book names? Okay, I don't want anything else. So can I select this? So if you do so, it will give you the error, because book name is the array of struct. So it will not recognize, it will not fetch you out from the nested way to a normalized form, because the select star is different, because it is fetching the complete snapshot of your table. But in case of when you give the field name, it has to basically go inside every structure which is repeated, and which is not possible directly. So how can we achieve fetching the nested fields separately without using the wildcard? So for that matter, you have to unnest the fields. So for unnesting the fields, you have to first use unnest function on the main field, which is the nested field, like book details. So I will mention the book details here, and I will mention as BD. So I will give one alias, and now what I will do, I will use this alias instead of book details, which is already unnested for you. So now if you see, the query is green. That means it can fetch you out the book names from all the nested repeated fields. So let's see. Yeah, so there are total 6 books which are actually available, and which are being held by the different persons, like 3 persons. So we can actually unnest the data from all the repeated fields, and then fetch out whatever inner field or child field you want to fetch. Also you can apply some aggregations on top of any of the fields, because it will behave as a normal field. Only the condition is you have to unnest it along with the table name. That is the only condition. So currently there are unique fields, so it will anyhow will fetch you all the 6 fields. And this is how you can specify, like we can have like you don't need this alias for city, because it's a normal field, even though you are mentioning here, but you don't need to specify it. because that BD is the alias for unnesting the main field. So whenever you want to mention the child fields, then only you have to unnest it and use this alias of the unnest. So guys, this is how we can create a table with repeated and record fields. Then we can insert data using array and structure, and then we can use unnest to select the specific child fields from actually within the nested structure that is being used inside the table. So these are the three things that we learned today. You can use this tutorial and try on behalf of yourself. If you face any issues, you can comment it out. I will try to reply on your comment. And if like anything the similar use case, if you are facing any issues, you can post these issues. As long as it's not the production use case, we can discuss over the comment box. So guys, thank you for watching this video. Let's data.